We appreciate everybody being here on short notice. Bittersweet day. I'll be real candid with you. You recruit young guys into your program. We preach and teach family and team, the team. And then all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, they either graduate or, in Jamaal's case, they move on. And you love them to death and you miss them. And that's what we'll do with and for Jamaal. And I've said this repeatedly. I've never in all my years had a more competitive young man. And that has allowed him to achieve, and I believe that will allow him to achieve as he moves forward. And now will be the next chapter of his life, and that's going to have what everybody dreams of and having a chance to make the NBA. So I don't want to take away from Jamaal's moment. I wanted to be here with him. We've got a number of players who are here. And again, Jamaal and I talked late last night, and then I tracked Mike May down in Florida and talked to Darren. And our players didn't know this was going to happen until just this late morning. So we've got a good number of them who are here in support of Jamaal and this program. So I'm gonna turn it over to Jamaal to say what he wants, and then obviously we'll entertain any questions that you would have.
I first want to say thank you to all of my fan supporters here, even the people that hated me and doubted on me. I want to say thank you to them, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have the passion that I have and to push myself. And I just want to say thank you for my teammates for putting me in a situation to be able to be in a situation, because without my teammates, without them, I wouldn't be able to be in the situation I am right now. And I just want to say thank you to all of them, and I love them. And if any time they need anything or need anything from me and they need a place to sleep, they welcome to be anywhere for me, and I have anything for them. But I'm definitely going to miss San Diego State. San Diego State's definitely been good to me throughout the tough time in my freshman year to this year. So I just got to be thankful for my blessings, and I'm thankful for what I am. But now it's just ready for me to make that next step, and I feel like I'm ready for it. And I thought about it a lot after the season ended, and me and Fish and my mom definitely been going back and forth, and now I'm ready to make that step to move on to the next level and just get ready.
Jamaal, is there any one area, I guess maybe off the court, even or on the court, or even off the court, where you feel like you really developed the most since your first year till now?
I'll say I developed as my body-wise, playing with more confidence, being an all-around player, doing everything, but just doing everything, making everybody better, and just doing everything that I could do to win. And off the court, I feel like after my sophomore year, I had a little incident with the DUI, but I feel like I haven't been in any trouble that's jeopardized anything that has to do with a DUI case. Just making, I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I did a lot to contribute to our team this year. I feel like this is a good time for me to leave, and I feel that I've worked hard for this, and I feel like I deserve this.
You've talked before, Steve, Jamaal, you talked about getting the pre-draft evaluation. What were the results of that pre-draft evaluation? How did it base on your decision?
I don't remember exact. You might want to ask Fish. I don't remember the exact pre-evaluation.
The steps that I took, and they're inexact at best, but they're much more reliable than just the guy off the street that tells you what you want to hear. So the NBA has a process. They had 21 teams that responded to our request on Jamaal. I spoke with Stu Jackson in the NBA office. I have since then spoken with a number of assistant coaches, general managers, head coaches in the NBA to add some layers to this. Jamaal and I have had some frank, long talks, and this is one reason why, it wasn't what everybody said 2 weeks ago, a done deal. It wasn't. The results that they brought to us were that Jamaal, as we set from this report, is a bubble first-round draft, possible second-round draft pick. he and I talked, what does that mean? So we talked about all the things so there would be no surprises when, he goes. So he knows. Jamaal, as you well know, has stood up to every challenge when people have said, well, you're not good enough, you're not skilled enough to play at the major college level, you can't do this. It's added more to him to say, I know I can. I talked to him about redshirting as a freshman. I said, I think you should. He said, let me think about it. We talked again. He said, I don't want to. He said, I think I can help. And he worked his way from getting no time to being in the 8-man rotation of the best team in the history of San Diego State. So Jamaal has always been someone that has stood up to a challenge and then exceeded what expectations were. That's our hope now, that he goes into these camps and they say, Fisher, he's better than we thought he was when he goes in there. But we've had frank talks on it in terms of, it's not a slam dunk that he's going to be a lottery pick. Not a slam dunk he's going to be a first-round draft pick. He knows where right now what the tenor is from the people that I spoke with. But we are here now to support him in every way possible. I've got the utmost confidence that he will be in better shape than anybody he goes up against and will compete harder than anybody that goes into any camp.
Jamaal, did you feel comfortable with that? Obviously, you had to feel some level of comfort getting that evaluation and saying, I still want to do this. But are you also concerned if you fall in the second round, that's a lot of that's guaranteed contract, that's guaranteed money that you don't end up with? How big of a concern is that to you?
Do you think Wesley Matthews is concerned about going second round? Because he had a good career. So at the same time, you just got to worry about working. I have a feeling that I could work real hard and make myself a first-round pick. In that evaluation, I had way more first round than it was second round, but it's still a question up there that I could go second round. But at the same time, if I go second round, I'm just going to work my way to get that contract and get that guaranteed money. But at the same time, you just got to crawl before you walk, and right now I'm crawling to get that first round, and then we'll find out June 27th where I go.
Did you talk to Kawhi about this at all? Have you been in contact with him?
Yes, I've been talking to Kawhi a lot and Malcolm a lot, and they definitely helped me with my decision of what I'm doing, and I'm thankful for having two guys in my corner is already there.
Was that a level of comfort for you, though, saying, I played with these guys, I know these guys, and look at the success that they've been able to have?
Yes, it's definitely a level of comfort because having people that's playing the NBA right now and about to be on good caliber teams in the playoffs, then that definitely helps a lot.
Well, there's some concerns about your size, 6'5". I've heard some people say he's got to play point guard. What alterations do you think you have to make to your game?
I feel like I need to get a little size more to me. I need to get a little bit more size. I don't want to ask for too much of size, but I feel like I need a little more size. I need to shoot the ball a little more consistently, and my ball handling is up there. Nobody really picks me, but I feel like ball handling always could be better. So at the same time, I just need to work on that, and I feel like I'll be fine.
Do you see yourself as a potential point guard?
No, I don't feel myself playing point guard. I never played point guard ever, but if that's what a team want me to do, then I have to work on being a point guard. But at the same time, I've never been a point guard, so I see myself being a 2 and a 3.
And Jamaal, all these, analysts and draft experts are saying that, the 2013 class isn't the strongest class, while, 2014 is supposed to be loaded. Did that weigh into your decision at all?
No, I didn't weigh into my decision at all. Fish and my mom weighed into my decision. That's why I discussed it, because I'm not the type of person to jump to the weakest draft to go to this, because this draft I feel is a real good draft. If you look at the players from first round and the people going in second round, they're real good players. So I feel it's a loaded draft. It's just not too many popular people that was high rated coming out of high school into this draft. It's people that work their way up just like I have.
We saw some pretty scary injuries, Kevin Ware and Nerlens Noel, in the last couple of months. Did seeing things like that weigh into your decision?
Definitely, stuff like that does weigh into your decision. But at the same time, I'm a fearless person. I play on the court every time, not worrying about getting injured. If I get injured, if it's not nothing that is seriously broke, then I will play on it. So at the same time, it definitely had a thought in my head about what happened to him. But at the same time, you can't really think about stuff like that. You just got to worry about playing basketball, and everything plays a part.
Did you ever, or would you next year if you would stay, consider getting any sort of insurance or anything like that to protect yourself?
I wouldn't know about that right now because I'm not here next year.
Jamal, what's your schedule going to be like between now and will you go to the draft combine? Will you do individual workouts? What will you do? What's your plan of attack?
Two times a day, workout Monday through Friday, sometimes three. Third session would be a cool down, just shooting. But working out skills first, then going to high voltage and working out with Randy, strength conditioning coach. And then third workout would be a cool down, just spot shooting, getting used to adapt to the NBA ball, which I play with in the Drew League. So I like that ball. I'm real comfortable with it, and getting used to the NBA three-point line.
Will you stay here in San Diego?
Yes, I will stay here in San Diego.
And then will you go to the combine?
I have no idea right now. It depends on how it's looking for me before playing against teams.
I want to add a little bit to this piece. We built a schedule for Jamal this second semester with the what ifs. What if he chooses to go? And Jamal has done a masterful job of staying on top of his academics. And so often when this happens, they cut and run, and they say they're going to do all these things, and they disappear. That won't happen with Jamal. He's made a commitment to everybody, including his mom and me, that when this semester ends, he's going to be in solid academic standing at San Diego State. That will be good for him. That will be good for me. That will be good for the program. So he's done everything that I've asked him to do in terms of, here's what you need to do with your academics. Here's what you need to do with your decision. And you've seen, and we've all seen, surprises where all of a sudden a coach goes to a Final Four and the player has a press conference someplace off campus with all his posse to announce where he's going to go. I never once doubted that Jamal wouldn't be a man of his word, and that's, I do think that's what's going to allow him to continue to grow and prosper with his basketball.
What is your degree in, Jamal?
My degree right now is business, and I went from engineering major, but now I'm switching to business.
And how far away are you from a degree?
I'm a year away from it. I plan on going to summer school after I get drafted, second session summer school, so that will bring me up. So right now I'm a year away without summer school.
And is that going to be a priority focus for you in the next couple of years to make sure you get that, or something you're going to come back to?
Yes, it's definitely a priority on my list. Just like NBA was always a dream, and a dream is always to get a degree.
I bet that was also your priority and your mother's priority?
Yes, it definitely is one of my mom's priority.
You said you went back and forth throughout this process. What were the arguments for you to stay in your mind?
Arguments for me to stay is the people you see behind you guys right now. Just seeing these guys, I'm not gonna be able to see them. We spend every minute with each other from when we wake up to after practice, in between practice, laughing and joking and kidding around in the locker room. So that was the hardest thing for me, being able to have another year to spend with these guys and leave them. And being able to leave my roommate, Xavier Thames, I've been rooming for 2 years. That's one of the toughest things to do, be able to leave him and wake up and know that I can't go to his room and talk crap to him or play around with him, just knowing that. But that's one of the hardest things. That would be a difficult thing for me.
Have you talked to him yet?
Yes, I talk to him every day. I talk to all my bros every day.
Talk to him about your decision.
Yes, definitely did.
Coach, what does this mean for your team next year?
I'm sorry?
What does this mean for your team next year?
Well, it will mean that we're going to have to replace the leading scorer, rebounder, assist guy, shot taker, shot maker. We got work to do. And that being said, we got a lot of guys that are ready to step up and take their turn. We started in individual workouts on Wednesday. We're late for individual workouts now because of this, but it will mean the opportunity for someone else. And I'm nervous, but I'm excited. We not only lose Jamal, but we lose several other players that have been critical to the success that we've had over his last 3 years, and Chase 4 years, and Deshaun 2, and Rayhan 3.
Have we sort of seen here for you, Steve? This is what happens. The side effect of success is that people become ready and are ready to go and do things that don't necessarily fit with your timeline. I think we see it with Jamal. We see it with Tony Bland as well. That difficulty of, man, success begets departure.
Winning begets winning. We've talked about that with our team. Everybody's boat rises when you win, including mine. A couple years ago when we won 34 games, I got a contract extension. So everybody benefits when you have a team that's successful. And they know that. They understand that. You don't have to lead the nation in scoring to show your worth. If you win, it draws attention, and it draws attention all over the country.
And Coach, to kind of build on that question, with Kawhi and Malcolm Thomas now and now Jamaal, how much does that help recruiting, when your program can consistently get guys to the next level in the NBA?
When I came here in 1999, March of 99, and none of you were around, I made the comment then that in 3 years, if I'm starting every paragraph, first sentence with when the Fab Five were here, then I'm probably about to get fired. And I'm proud to say I went to the Final Four this year. And my old school was playing it, first time in 20 years. And a lot of people wanted to talk about that, but more people started their sentence about Jamaal and about our team and the success we've had and what we've done. Kawhi and Malcolm and the young guys we've got here now, it helps immensely. Jamaal, there are certain things you can and can't do, but Jamaal will help us in any way he can. Just his presence in terms of what he's doing will help us in recruiting as we move forward. There's no question about that.
And Jamaal, have you hired an agent yet?
No, I definitely haven't hired an agent yet. It's definitely that process I need to start now, and I haven't hired an agent yet, though.
So no timeline or anything for doing so?
No timeline.
Jamaal, did you accomplish everything you wanted to do at San Diego State as a player?
No. I definitely had some goals that I wanted to reach this year. Definitely didn't do it, and I'm disappointed. I'm sorry to my teammates and the community and the fans that wasn't haters on our team. I'm sorry for them, but at the same time, I could just work on getting another accomplishment to the next level.
Coach, you said in the past that if a player is a clear first-round pick, you think they probably should go to the way things are with guaranteed money now. With the evaluation coming back with some first and some second round, how did you sort that out for Jamaal, and how did you advise him?
Pretty much what I said. I tried to be honest with what I was hearing and what people were saying, and I wanted to make sure that he knew. Here is the one side of the ledger. Here's the other. You have to balance, and you have to know. You have to get as much facts as you can possibly get. I talked with his mom about this, but it was more Jamaal and myself talking about what does it mean. So I think he's going in with his eyes wide open in terms of the challenges that were there, that will be there. And now my job is any way I possibly can to support the decision that it wasn't just, again, it wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision. A lot of thought went into it. And some of the reasons he talked about wanting to stay are you don't get the opportunity to be a college player once you leave, and it becomes only a business. Well, he knows that, and now our job is to see what we can do to assist him. So I was a fact finder, information giver. Here are the pluses. Here are the things that you have to be aware of.
And Jamaal, do you look at risk? Might not be the right word, but do you look at it in those terms that this could be a little bit of a risk, or are you confident?
A risk how? A risk how?
That you may, if you get drafted in the first round, obviously it's guaranteed money. If you drafted in the second round, you get hurt or something, anything happens, and you don't have, be in the D League. How do you balance that, and how do you confident enough in your own abilities that won't happen?
Grind. You grind. You work. If you look at Malcolm, look at the stage he went through, and I'm guaranteed Malcolm probably making as much money as Coach Fish now, but
probably more.
But you just got to grind, keep focused. It's been a lot of bumps in my road of my success that I have now, and only thing I do right now is just if it's a bump that happens in the road of going to the NBA, then all I got to do is make sure I use a little more horsepower to get over that bump, and that's what I'm going to do.